introduction. Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters, good evening and Assalamu alaikum.
Good evening.
I feel honored while getting the invitation to conduct the workshop on humorous speech at this Diamond Toastmasters Club. I had been with the Diamond Toastmasters Club when the chartering ceremony was being conducted a couple of years ago. And I attended a couple of meetings thereafter. But it is since a long time I came here. I am very glad to be among you. One day, little Johnny went to the library and returned the book he borrowed 2 weeks before. While returning the book, Johnny told the librarian, "Sir, this is one of the most boring books which I ever read. Of course, there are a lot of characters inside that, but no story, no fun." The librarian replied, "So you are the one who took my telephone directory last year." Fellow Toastmasters, it is easy to make people yawn or snore, but to make people laugh is very difficult. Do you agree?
Yes.
But the beauty here is that if you start laughing the audience, you are taking the audience in your pocket. With the first laugh, the people will start attending to your speech from start until the end. If somebody is non-attentive, like sleeping, and he wakes up hearing the sound of applause and laughing, he would definitely think that I missed something very important. And then onwards, he will concentrate on the speech, assuming that he should not miss anything further. This is the beauty of humor in the speeches. Humor helps a lot in a lot of ways by giving our speeches. If we succeed in transferring the humor to the audience, our confidence level increases a lot. This is my personal experience, because I had been trying humorous speeches quite a long time. The confidence level is very high when you complete the humorous speech, because lot of things are to be incorporated by delivering a humorous speech, not like normal speech. We need to have excellent body language, voice modulations, we have to mimic, we have to vary our different characteristics in order to convince the audience. Today's presentation will be concentrated because we don't have much time to help you prepare for the humorous contest which is coming up, as I heard from the President very shortly.
December
20th. By talking about humorously speaking, the things we need to take care is that avoid topics on sex, because there are a lot of topics available. We set aside, even though some people we could hear and listen that some people are using those topics. We need to take care of that. The second thing is, we practice a lot, we deliver our speech, we have incorporated so many humors, but at times, some of the jokes may not click. We should not get disappointed with that. We go on with our program until we end. We have to incorporate whatever humors which we incorporate in our script, we need to deliver. Another thing is, by preparing for a humorous speech, make sure that the first humor comes within the first 2-3 minutes. It gives the advantage that people get that energy, and then people will be with you, and you will get the confidence until the end of the speech. The first question which comes in our mind while drafting a speech is, where is the humor? Everybody will think, where can I find humor? It may be difficult. But the best thing is to think about yourself. The person who is delivering the speech, think about yourself. Because we will be knowing our strengths and weaknesses better than anybody else. Why I am saying weaknesses? In humorous speeches, we need to concentrate, highlight on the weaknesses. It will be a bit hard to tell the audience that I am like this, I am like this. But we have to manage in such a way that humor is injected while explaining about it. There are a lot of characteristics for different persons. Some people will be very tall, like me. Some others will be very short, some will be very fat, some will be very lean. All these characteristics can be used to incorporate humor, to inject humor. My friends used to call me, I am a down-to-earth person. Not because I am humble or simple, but because of my height. So that way we can tell the audience that, yes, I am having these characters. You just believe that. So they will laugh at your jokes. Another thing is, another area which we can concentrate is family, kids, friends, colleagues. In the family also we may be knowing the characteristics, the weaknesses and some peculiar habits, mannerisms of our family members, which we can highlight to the audience. It is very easy because we don't have to dig and search other sources. All are within our home. Kids. The innocence of kids, we need to exploit that, we need to explore that. We might have noticed while talking to kids, they will use to tell simple things, no? It may be funny. I will give you one example which I demonstrated during one of my speeches. One day, my younger daughter, 7-year-old Lina, came to me and reminded me of something. Papa, you promised me to take me to the zoo today. Let us go now. That day, unfortunately, I was very busy and exhausted. I told her, look, Lina, I don't have time now. I am very much tired. Instead, we will go to the Corniche in the evening. She replied, no, Papa, I want to go now. I am getting bored of seeing the faces of you, Mom, and my teacher. I want to see more animals. What happened is, here, my daughter came to me and told the story that they are going for a meeting. But the way she told me that in the zoo, she will see more animals. But while delivering a speech, while drafting a speech, we can modify in such a way that it is having a humor. That is how we need to incorporate the things. Friends, colleagues, same thing. We may be knowing our colleagues and friends in a better way than anybody else. Surroundings. Every day we are going to the supermarkets. We will be stopping at the signals. We can watch people, how they behave. Just notice in the car, some people attending the mobile phone. Some people will be shouting at the person on the other hand, as if he or she is sitting next to him. And he will use all the body language, voice modulation, everything to express his frustration.